Hello students, how are you all? Hope you are doing good, students. So we are here for our next topic of lesson number 6, tissue. So before starting our today's lecture, first we are going to discuss about the question which I have asked to you in our previous lecture. So my question was, what was the utility of tissues in multicellular organism? I hope you all have found the answer. So what is the correct answer for it? As we know that multicellular organisms all are made up of million of cells, and the group of cells are divided into different kind of tissues, and these tissue perform the particular type of function and are present at a particular place in the body. So it is known as the division of labor. Division of labor, it is very important term, student. In our body there are lots of body reaction happens, there are lots of function happens in our body, and it is necessary to divide all the work of the body into different groups. So there is a need of tissue because each tissue it perform a particular type of function, and the other tissue which is different from the first one, it also perform the next particular type of function. So there is a division of work because of the different kind of tissues. So there is a need of tissue in the multicellular organism. Okay students, so now let's start our today's topic. Our today's topic is also very interesting, and in which you will definitely learn few new terms, few new words which will be going to be very interesting for you. So our today's topic is about the plant tissue. So plant tissues are broadly classified in between two groups, that is meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. So you might be wondering what are these names. These are very new to you, but when you will revise these terms you will definitely learn. So now come to the type of tissue. The first one, which is meristematic tissue. This tissue we will discuss in detail in today's lecture, and about the permanent tissue we will discuss later in our next lecture. So come to meristematic. This is very interesting term and it is new to you students. Meristematic. Meristematic term is arised from a Greek word that is meristos, and the meaning of meristos is to divide. So that means the tissue which continue divide, okay, that is known as meristematic tissue. As I told you in our previous lecture that growth in the plants, it is not uniform, okay. The growth is restricted to the specific region in the plants, and those regions having the dividing tissue. So those dividing tissues are meristematic tissues. They are tireless tissues, they are fearless tissues, they are actively growing tissues. They grow continuously, they divide continuously throughout their life. So what is the definition of meristematic tissue? Group of cells that have ability to divide throughout, it is known as meristematic tissue. Means continue divide करते रहते हैं. Division होता कैसे cell division? How it comes? This is one cell. When it divide, it become two. When this cell divide, it become further two, and this cell further divide. Now these cells again further divide, and the number of cells increases further. So these tissues keep on dividing. Means these tissues increase the number of cells. Okay. So they are present only in the certain regions of the plant, and those regions are known as meristem. So meristems are those regions where meristematic tissues are found. For example, we can understand this by taking a diagram, by this diagram. Suppose this is the part which is known as meristem, okay. So here few of the cells are present which make meristematic tissue. When these cells divide, they form new cells. So these are the new cells which have formed after the dividing of these cells, okay. So these are the new cells. Among these new cells, some of the cells will remain inside the meristem, but some will push out or some will thrown out from the meristem. Okay, so those cells which have generally remain inside the meristem, they will keep dividing further. वो आगे भी divide करती रहती है. But जो cells meristem वाले part से बाहर निकल गई हैं, the cells which are pushed out from the meristem, they generally do not divide. Now they lost their capacity of dividing. वो cell divide नहीं करती हैं. Now they become the permanent tissue and they achieve a particular kind of function, which we discuss in our later video. Okay. So here we have to discuss about the meristematic tissue. So this should be clear in your mind, students, that meristematic tissue, the basic character of meristematic tissue, that it continues divide and it increase the number of the cell. When it increase the number of the cells, generally it also increase the length of the plant. क्योंकि लेंथ कैसे बढ़ेगी? एक प्लांट छोटा है, एक जो है प्लांट थोड़े टाइम बाद हम देखते हैं कि वो बड़ा हो गया, तो कैसे बड़ा होता है? खींच के तो बड़ा करते नहीं है उसको. सो हाउ इट बिकम लॉन्ग? सो इट बिकम लॉन्ग बिकॉज ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ सेल अराइजेस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लुक, दिस इज अ young one plant and the length of the plant is this. When it grow, its length of stem and also root increases. Okay, so how it increases? Because the cells present here in the meristematic region, in the meristem region, they divide and it increases the length of the plant. Okay, so here we are now going to the next point. That means what is the function of meristematic tissue? It results in primary and secondary growth. So what do you mean by primary growth and secondary growth? Primary growth means the growth which happen in the vertical direction. Here you can see this is a plant, young plant. When it grows, its height increases, its height of the stem increases and also length of the root increases. So this growth is known as vertical growth. Means एक डायरेक्शन में ग्रोथ हो रही है कि स्टैम ऊपर की तरफ बढ़ रहा है और रूट्स जो है वो नीचे की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं. So this is known as primary growth. Primary growth either in upward direction or in downward direction. Okay, this is known as primary growth. So what is the meaning of secondary growth? Secondary growth का मतलब होता है कि increase in the thickness of stem, increase in the diameter, increase in the circumferences. For example, when you see a young plant, it is just like this. But when you see a tree is having the longer roots. Okay, उसकी roots जो होती है बहुत longer हो जाती हैं and they fix the tree deep inside the soil and its tree, उसका tree का जो stem है वो कैसा हो जाता है? बहुत thick हो जाता है ना, क्योंकि अगर ट्री प्लांट बहुत ज्यादा लंबा हो जाएगा और उसका स्टेम की थिकनेस नहीं बढ़ेगी तो क्या प्लांट अपने आप को वहाँ पर स्ट्रेंथ दे सकता है, मैकेनिकल सपोर्ट दे सकता है? नो, इट कांट प्रोवाइड द मैकेनिकल सपोर्ट. सो टू विथस्टैंड विद द इनवर्स इन्वायरमेंटल कंडीशन, इट इज नेसेसरी कि प्लांट में प्राइमरी ग्रोथ भी हो और सेकेंडरी ग्रोथ भी हो. सो primary growth as well as secondary growth, it is the result due to the meristematic tissue. Is it clear to you, student? First one, the basic character of meristematic tissue, it is that the meristematic tissue generally divide throughout their life, and the second, that it just result into the growth of the plant, primary growth of the plant and secondary growth of the plant. I hope that you all have understood about this. So now we will come to the next thing, that is about the basic characteristics of meristematic tissue. What are the basic characteristics of meristematic tissue? Characteristics, you have read about the characteristics of cells in your cell chapter. So what are the special characters which meristematic cell have? The first character is meristematic cells are small, their size is small and they are living cells. Okay, why the meristematic cells are living? As we have discussed in our previous chapter, most of the plant tissues are dead, but not all the plant tissues are dead. Some plant tissues are living tissues, and the meristematic tissues come under that category. It consists of living cells because the main function of meristematic tissues is to divide. और डिवीजन के लिए क्या जरूरी है? सेल का लिविंग होना जरूरी है. आपने पढ़ा है सेल वाले चैप्टर में कि दैट द मेन सेल ऑर्गेनेल which play an important role into cell division is nucleus, and the cell which have a nucleus means it is a living cell. So they are small in size. Why they are small in size? Because if the size of the cell is large, so it is very difficult for the cell to divide continuously. उसको कंटिन्यूसली डिवाइड करना है तो उसका सेल का साइज जो है वो छोटा होना चाहिए. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज the cell should have, the meristematic cell or meristematic tissue, they have dense cytoplasm. This you have read in your cell chapter. Cytoplasm is a fluid that is present inside the cell. So dense cytoplasm, dense का मतलब क्या है? Concentrated cytoplasm. Concentrated क्यों होना चाहिए cytoplasm? If the cytoplasm is just like watery or just like fluid, it should not be stable. वो stable नहीं होगा. And जब वो stable ही नहीं होगा तो it becomes very difficult for a cell to divide. So it should have dense cytoplasm. Next character is meristematic cells. They have thin cell wall. Cell wall is the protective outer layer of each and every plant cell, living plant cell, each and every plant cell. So they should have thin cell wall because with thick cell wall, a cell cannot divide easily. Okay, and the next one is large nuclei. Nucleus, it is very important cell organelle of the cell, and generally nucleus helps in cell division. It is responsible for cell division. So the main function of meristematic tissue is to divide, so it needs a large nucleus. The next is meristematic cells do not have vacuoles. So now vacuoles, you have read about the vacuoles in your cell chapter. What is the main function of vacuoles, student? Just recall it. Vacuoles, they have two functions. The first one is storage of food, and the second is they provide rigidity. Rigidity means tightness, means cell जो होती है वो non flexible होती है. Rigidity का मतलब rigid रहती है, tight रहती है, non flexible होती है. So, but as you know that meristematic cells are actively dividing cells. उनको फूड को स्टोर करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है क्योंकि तो वो तो कंटिन्यूस डिवाइड कर रही है. ठीक है. They remain active throughout their life, so they do not need the storage. And rigidity, rigid cell can't divide. It is very difficult for rigid cell to be divided. So there is no need of vacuole in the meristematic tissue. That's why meristematic tissue, they do not have the vacuole in it. The next is last character, no intercellular space. Intercellular space means the space between the cell. If the cells are far apart from each other, that means there is a gap among the cells. It is known as intercellular cells. But the meristematic cells, they do not have the intercellular space in between them. Okay, they are just tightly packed. They are very close to each other. So this is the main character of meristematic cell. So what are the main characteristics of meristematic cell tissue, students? First character is they are small living cells. Second character is they have dense cytoplasm. The third character is they have thin cell wall. The next character is they have large nuclei. Next one is they do not have vacuoles, and the last one is they do not have the intercellular space. There is no need to cram these characters, students. If you well understood about the function of meristematic tissue, so it becomes very easy for you to write down the characteristics of meristematic cell by your own. Okay, get it? So now come to the apical type of meristematic tissue. So Meristematic tissues are also of different kinds. So the name given to the different type of meristematic tissue on the basis of their location. Location का मतलब कि plant में वो कहाँ present है, where they are present. On the basis of the region where they are present, their names are given to them. And this question is very, very important, student. Types of meristematic tissue along with the diagram. This question is very, very important. So now come to this topic. Type of meristematic tissue. The first meristematic tissue is apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. There are three different kind of meristematic tissue on the basis of the region where they are located in the plant. The first one, apical. Apical term has come from the word apex. Apex का मतलब क्या होता है? Tip. Apex means tip. That means the tissue which are present on the tip. At the tip, it is known as meristematic, apical meristematic tissue. These tissue generally present on the shoot tip and on the root tip. For example, ये plant की shoot है और ये plant की root है. So this is the shoot. Here apical meristem is present and the root tip. Roots की जो tip होती है, क्योंकि जब roots की length बढ़ रही है तो tip से की side से उनकी length जो है वो increase होती है. So they are present on shoot tip and on root tip. Okay, so that's why they are known as apical, because these regions are known as apex. Apex मतलब tip. Okay, so what is the function of apical meristem? As they are present at shoot tip, that means they increase the length of the shoot. Shoot की height increase करेंगे, ठीक है? As they are present on the root tip, so they increase the length of the root also. That means apical meristem generally result in primary growth. I have told you student here that the meristematic tissue primary और secondary दोनों growth में involved होता है. But primary growth means the growth which are present vertically, it is known as primary growth. So apical meristem result in primary growth. It increase the height of the stem or shoot. Here the two terms, shoot or stem. What is the difference between these two, students? Shoot, it comprises of stem plus leaf. Okay, so length of shoot or length of root, it increases because of the apical meristem, and it is known as shoot apical meristem, which is present on the shoot tip, and root apical meristem, which is present on the root tip. Okay, now come to the second one, that is intercalary meristem. As the name suggested, intercalary meristem generally present at the base of the leaf and at the base of the internodes. Now this term is new to you students, internodes. What are internodes? Have you looked at the stem of any of the plant minutely? Okay, we can understand this term by taking the example of sugar cane. गन्ना खाया आप लोगों ने sugar cane. So when we chew sugar cane, some of the part we feel a little harder and some of the part are soft. Okay, sugar cane इस तरह से part होती है, बीच में harder region होते हैं. It is known as note, जहाँ पर थोड़ी थोड़ी गांठ सी हमें दिखाई देती है. So these are the harder region. They are known as nodes of the plants. They are known as nodes. And between two nodes there is a soft region which is known as internode. Okay, and from the internode the branches arises from the stem. The branches arises from the internode. So generally intercalary meristem, it is present at the base of the internode, at the base of the internode or at the base of the leaf. For example, this is a leaf. So leaf के base पर यहाँ present होता है. It is present at the base of the leaf. So it helps in the growth of the leaf and it helps in the growth of the internode. I hope you all have understood that what is the function of intercalary meristem. So intercalary meristem also helps in the primary growth. It increase the length of the internode, it increase the length of the leaf. When the old leaves fall down from the plant, how the new leaves grow? It is because of the intercalary meristem. Here in the diagram you can also see this is the intercalary meristem which is present at the base of the internodes. These are the twigs or branches which arise from the internode, and it also increase the length of the twigs or branches also. Okay. Now come to our last meristem, that is lateral meristem. This is present laterally. Laterally means इस तरह से sides में, है ना, laterally present होते हैं, horizontally present होते हैं. Okay. And they generally present laterally. They are also known as cambium. This is also a new term to you students. C-A-M-B-I-U-M, cambium. Lateral meristem, another name is cambium. It increase the thickness of the plant stem. Okay, thickness or girth or circumference or diameter. It increase the thickness, as I told you earlier, that increase in the thickness of the plant is known as secondary growth. So lateral meristem handles secondary growth in the plants, while apical and intercalary meristem, they handle primary growth of the plant. So what happens if lateral meristem is not present in the plant? Can we imagine that only the plant grow vertically? A thin, it is having the thin stem, so it cannot handle itself. Okay, student. So lateral meristem is also very essential in the plant. It helps in the increase of the thickness, increase of the diameter, increase of the length of the plant. You can easily observe the lateral meristem in the stem of the tree. Tree का stem आपने देखा होगा कि कितना thick होता है ना. एक young plant का stem इतना thin होता है, tree का stem इतना thick होता है because of the lateral meristem. The diameter of the stem increases as the plant grows. Okay, student. So these are the type of meristematic tissue, and now our today's lecture end up by this. We are going to revise our today's topic very quickly. In today's lecture, we have discussed about the meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue. What is the main important thing of meristematic tissue? That meristematic tissues are fearless tissue, actively growing tissue, continuously divided tissue. The main function of meristematic tissue is to increase the length and increase the thickness of the plant. The basic character of meristematic tissue is they are having small living cells, they are having large nuclei, they are having dense cytoplasm, they are having thin cell wall, they do not have any kind of vacuole, they do not have any kind of intercellular space. Okay, students. And the type of meristematic tissue, there are 3 different type of meristematic tissue, and the classification is based on the presence, on the location, on at which region meristematic tissue present. On the basis of that, they are of 3 types: apical, intercalary and lateral meristem. We can see here all these 3 kind of meristem in the diagram. It is apical meristem present at the shoot tip. It increase the length of the shoot tip. Next one is intercalary meristem present at the base of the leaf. It increase the size of the leaf. It present at the base of the internodes. It increase the length of the internodes. It also increase the length of the twigs or branches. The third one is lateral meristem. It is present laterally and it increase the thickness of the plant. Okay, students, I have finished today's topic, student. Read the pages from your book and watch the video attentively again and again, and we will meet in our next video with the further topic. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.